Hello my friends, Kathy here. I'm sharing with you today my 27th process video, and this page is titled Remember Everyday Lovely Moments. I'm scrapbooking a photo of my boyfriend and I. This photo was taken recently at a wedding. One of my good friends got married, and we took this photo. It was a selfie that we took in the car while we were on our way to the church. And I just loved how the picture came out. It was just so bright, and the lighting was great, and so I really liked the picture. I wanted to scrapbook that one. So I'm beginning with this stencil in the background is a Teresa Collins stencil. This is a, I'll tell you what it is. It's an 8x10 stencil. You guys have seen me use these before. You guys have watched my channel. These are the ones that come in the packs of 3, that they bring 3 different stencils by Teresa Collins. So and I got those at Joann a while back. So I really love these stencils. They're really fun to play with. So I'm just gonna use, I'm using that gold ink, and that is the what is it? Encore. Jeez, I can't remember the name of anything today. That is the Encore gold color ink, which I love as well. I got that at Michael's a while back, and I love that ink so much. It's awesome. So I just use that little dauber to just ink the edges like you see there. Okay, then I'm taking this other smaller stencil, which you see with the little round balls, and this one is by the Crafters Workshop. It's Bowser Designs, and that's a 6x6 stencil, and that one is called Mini Scallop Flowers, and I love that stencil so much. I saw that stencil on Joann.com when they had the big sale a few months ago, I think it was. I saw it at first before that, and it had they had run out. There was out of stock. So when they had the sale again, I immediately, that's the first thing I put in my shopping cart, because I love that stencil. It's so cute, and I love how it turned out here. I think it turned out so pretty. I love the black against the gold. I seriously debated on adding some or maybe all of those little I guess little scallop flowers in red, and I was gonna do that. I was gonna add them in red, or some in red, some in black, but I think the black ones just looks a whole lot more elegant, and it is, I mean, we're taking a car selfie, but it is a wedding, so so yeah, I figured that would be fine to do just black. And then I'm just going around the page like you see, just randomly placing them. And after this, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna be gone for just a minute. It's because I went to wash the stencil, because since it is black paint, if you get it, like sometimes it's there's like a little smudge behind the stencil, because it is texture paste and acrylic paint that I'm using, because what I'm mixing, what I'm doing this with is texture paint, which is the modeling paste and black acrylic paint. And I did get a little smudge on the side there which you just saw me try to fix, but I didn't fix. I'm gonna have to cover it up later with some enamel dots, so you'll see me do that later. And then you're gonna see that I'm constantly trying to clean my stencil a bit, and behind because I want it to be like a sharp image. I don't want to be I don't want there to be little smudges all over the place or anything like that, so that's why I'm being a little bit more picky with this one. And because it is black, and black against that white paper, if you make a mistake, it's not going to be pretty. So yeah, and then I'm just taking those that are kind of little half circles, and I'm using those at the bottom, and I'm going to use one that is slightly bigger on the top. And like I said, I love that stencil, and I love how this turned out. I really like the stencil against that gold. I just love it. It's so pretty. I think I had walked away to wash my stencil because I didn't want that black sticking on there, because if you leave your stencils, it has happened before, you know, where I leave my stencils with the modeling paste and I forget and I have forgotten and I have left it, and then it's a pain to get it off. You know, I mean, it depends on the stencil too, but I have one stencil which I think is from Bowser as well, one of the 6x6 stencils. It's like a circle, has little circles, and that stencil, it's just it you know, once I forgot to take some blue paint mixed with modeling paste, and it won't come off, and it's still there to this day, and it just hasn't come off. So, you know, I always try to wash them, and just so that they last a little bit longer. And even though those stencils are not super expensive, but either way you want them to last, and you want to be able to reuse them again and again. And then I'm taking this die cut with a view. It's a 12x12 paper pad, and it's the cork paper pad, which I just got this at Michael's on clearance, so I was super excited about that. And it's pretty funny because in that whole paper pad, all the you know, the different sheets that it brings, and then I'm just matting on black first, all the different sheets that it brings, I love every single sheet except for that red one. You know, I looked through the paper pad and I said, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have such a good time using these. I love these you know, I guess they're not papers, but you know, these sheets of cork. I love them. And then I looked at that red, which is the very first one, and I said, I don't know what I'm gonna use that for, because, you know, red is not your traditional, you know, color to go to. But, you know, I mean, I always try to make everything work. And then, of course, there's this picture which has red in it. So, you know, it worked out perfectly. And I really like how that looks. It just adds a little bit of color around the photo. You know, I'm not going to do too much, you know, red embellishing around the page. I just wanted to keep it, you know, kind of simple and kind of elegant, you know. And I could have added more pops of red, obviously, but, you know, I didn't want to. And then I'm taking this little 6x6 paper pad, and this is also it's also die cuts with a view, is it? Let me check, hold on, I'll tell you right now. Yep, it's the die cuts with a view, foiled vellum stack. It's a little 6x6 paper pad. So I'm taking the little black circles paper, and I'm gonna mat the whole photo on that, which you're gonna see me do right now. And then I took that other little stripe gold paper and the circle, the gold, and it's all gold foil, so it's so pretty. I love this little paper pad. There's a little paper pad, there's a piece of paper which is vellum, obviously, in this little stack, and it has and I cut that out just like you see there, just to save that middle part. You see me, I kept most of it. As I was saying, there's a little piece in there in that vellum stack, which is little gold hearts, which I used a piece on a layout not too long ago, but there's another sheet in there, and I am hoarding that like you cannot imagine. I love that little heart, and it would have been pretty, it would have matched this layout, you know, with the little hearts, but I am literally hoarding that. Like, I don't want to use it, I just want to stare at it because it's so cute. It's so sad, but it's so true. You know, when you really like something, you tend to hoard it. So, you know, it is what it is. And then I took this little, these little stickers, like jewel stickers that I just got recently at Hobby Lobby, on my first trip to Hobby Lobby, and those are called Gemstones by the Paper Studio. So it's the Hobby Lobby brand. And in the end, I mean, I kind of, you know, place them around and try to see what I want to use, but I end up using just the red heart in the bottom left hand side. So you know, that's the only one I end up using, and I thought I was going to use more of those, but I guess I use them on other layouts. You know, I'm going to do other layouts for the wedding, so you know, I'll eventually use those. There's really cute ones that say Mr. and Mrs. on that little pack. So you know, those are going to be super perfect for this day. So then at first my title was going to be Lovely Moments. That was the first thought. And then, you know, I took the little arrows. This is a little Heidi swap. It's little words and little gold words and little shapes. And I love this little pack. I got this at Hobby Lobby too. And then I wanted to add something else to it. So I add everyday. So then my title is changes to Everyday Lovely Moments. So yeah, you're gonna see me move this title up, you know, I don't know how many times. Just to move it over and just to and then to add to it. So yeah, and then that bottom part, you know, I felt that it kind of got lost in there, you know, not necessarily when you're looking at it in person, but you know, I mean, you know, when you take just a quick glance at it, it gets kind of lost. Then I decide to use the remember. And I'm really happy. I mean, you know, as you see, I had to move these things around, and luckily, I mean, they weren't adhering like really, you know, really good to the page. So, and anyway, I wasn't like pressing them down to adhere them, you know, I kind of just placed them on there. But I'm really glad that I used these on this page. I used 4 of them, and the reason I'm so glad is because this is another thing I hoard. I love these Heidi Swap little, you know, like little words in her handwriting. I love them, and if I don't use them, I will hoard them forever. So, you know, I was really glad to use 4, you know, 4, and then, you know, it just, I love how it looks. And then the one at the bottom, and then I tried to get some gesso and cover up that little boo-boo that I made there, but it didn't work. It just made me more upset. The little moments on the bottom, I am going to move down. You're not going to see me do it on camera, but after, when I take the final picture of the layout, I realized that I wanted to be, you know, a little bit further down, just because of that white space down there, just to kind of fill it in a little bit more, and so it doesn't get lost or compete with that stripe gold paper. And then this little hanger, oh my gosh, I love these things. I just got these at Michael's in the $1.50 bin, that little pack of hangers. Oh my gosh, I love those. That's another thing that I will probably hoard forever because they are so cute. But this one was so perfect. And then I'm taking a piece of, those are borders that I just have in my stash. I just opened the drawer, happened to see them, and I had that piece, and I just pulled it and placed it down there. And those borders are, let me see if I can find, yeah, here they are. Those are glitz and glitter stickers. That's what they're called, Glitz and Glitter. That's the brand, I guess. And they're called Flourish borders. So then I'm taking these little black, what are they called? They look like enamel dots, but the name of them is really, let me see if I can find the paper, the packaging. I don't know where it is. I don't know what I did with it. But yeah, I just got them, and they're like little enamel dots. And I thought about using little gold pearls, but I don't end up using those. And then I take this little bow. This little bow is just an offray bow. I get those at Walmart, where all the ribbon is, and it's a little black bow with white polka dots. Really cute. I've had those for a while, and the package brought like, I don't know if it's 6 or 8. And I have been using them, but it's just you know, I have like, I think I have 3 left over now. But they're really cute. And then I'm just taking this Fiskars punch. It's a little the scallop edge punch, and I had to remove 2 of my little dots, black dots, to be able to punch on that side. So that's why I did that, and then I'll place them back on there. And then I did that because I wanted to add black to the background, and I thought about just matting the whole thing on black, but then, you know, I said, you know what, I'm gonna add a little bit more to it. And then I, of course, here I go again, I'm moving that title over a little bit because it was going to be too close to the scallop. And then my punch gets stuck, so I stop the video for just a second and I come right back because it gets stuck I don't know why it does this. There you go, I'm tapping it against the desk and I'm using my scissors to try to poke it out, which usually works, but you know, eventually I gave up, and it just took me a minute. You know, it was quick getting it, you know, unstuck, but yeah, I didn't know how long it was going to take, so I stopped the video and then I came right back, and then I just finished punching that out. And then I'm going to place that, and then I was debating right there whether I should cut the top and bottom, like just a little piece, to have the black show, but I decided not to. I decided I just wanted black on the two sides, you know. So, and I thought that was fine for me. So, and there I go with my remember again. And I'm just taking a look at it, and I'm done. I was considering doing some splatters of ink, maybe in red or gold, but I didn't do that. That's just how it ended up. So here's some shots for you of the layout. If you have any questions, please let me know. I love to hear from you guys. It's always fun to know what you guys think. Thank you so much. Have a great day.